Welcome to Anime Sensei, guys, and today's topic promises to be mind-blowing. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. And beware for the following spoilers. Freezing. This 2011 science fiction anime incorporates action, drama, romance, harem, ecchi, and martial arts. The anime consists of 12 episodes. It tells the story of a distant future where humans are at war with an alien race known as Novas. Men known as Limiters and women known as Pandoras are granted superpowers to fight off the aliens after being implanted with stigmata. Kazuya Aoi is on his way to the West Genetic Military Academy. A group of Pandoras are having a battle royale, and he mistakenly hugs the powerful satellizer L. Bridget, mistaking her for his sister. She decides to take him as her limiter, and their partnership will stand the test of time on several Nova battlegrounds. Ino Battle wa Nichijukei no Nakade. A club meeting, making everyone acquire out-of-this-world abilities, calls for an emergency meeting for every club out there this instant. But when you've left with the short end of the stick, there isn't much there is to the situation now, is it? At least at the start, that is. Jirai is at a complete disarray, since witnessing everyone around him playing with the best Supernatural has to offer is making him insecure of his very existence. But even disregarding the fact that no one cares where they got these powers from all of a sudden, there must be a reason why the guy ranks rather high on the list, and only time will tell what this useless power truly means. Because with the Supernatural now added into the mix, a protagonist with nothing but the weakest ability out there should have his spot stolen from him rather soon. No game, no life. After a game of chess, Sora and Shiro, the legendary shut-in NEET duo, find themselves in a different world. Acting as newbies to fool others, they hustle the population of that world, defeating them in bets. Sora and Shiro are so witty and wise, beating everyone they face with mind games and finesse. They even beat the almighty angel Jibril in her own game, proving once and for all who's the smartest out there. Fun fact though, Shiro is the secret weapon in this case, as she is way better in games than her brother even is. Join their adventure as the two shut-in siblings who did nothing but lock themselves in their rooms and play video games. Go on a winning streak against that foreign world's smartest beings. Hachinante Sore wa nai desho. I swear these last 2 years, isekai anime are everywhere. Each season there's like 5 or 6 anime that are isekai. All this makes it a bit harder to create a good isekai anime with an original story, plot, and characters. And this anime, for the major part, doesn't disappoint. I mean, yeah, sure, it has some cliches, but like, what anime doesn't, honestly? The MC of the show, after his death, gets reincarnated in the body of a 6-year-old Wendelin. As soon as he's reincarnated, he could feel and realize how strong his magical aptitude is, and trains diligently until he has a party of his own. And yeah, you guessed it, his whole party/harem is girls. The fantasy world he is in is well built with a lot of conflict lying in the wait for him, whether it's battles or political drama. He has to stay strong in the face of all adversity. 6. Absolute Duo. In a world where each person can visualize a weapon from their soul, an academy is created to train those users who later enter into a tournament to decide the absolute duo. The MC transfers newly to that said school, and in a weird twist of events as he uses his powers, it is revealed that opposed to everyone that ever spawned a weapon that is offensive for the first time, a person spawned a defensive weapon, which is a sturdy, powerful shield. This cryptic and weird power that manifested in him surprised everyone in the room and made him the talk of the show, with everyone now going around trying to make him join their team for the tournament. 5. Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry. Ranked F Magical Knight, or as everybody calls him, Worst One. He is Ikikuragane, the knight with the lowest ratings ever. Not because he's weak, but because the system they use to categorize a knight doesn't work in his case. To everyone else, he's a weakling, but in reality, He is a skilled swordsman with no flashy abilities or powers. His ace in the hole is Ito Shura, a skill that takes his body to its utmost physical limit for 1 minute, but is incapacitated afterwards, and can only use it every 24 hours. Even though it has all those restrictions, he was still able to make the best of it, and with his best, he crushed everyone else's best. Four, Val X Love. Yeah, back to pointless plot other than revealing outfits and nude girls getting horny to power up. This is literally the whole show's premise. The Valkyries from the Norse mythology are sent off to live in the house of one guy to fight monsters. And how do they power up? By getting turned on, of course. How does that work? Fuck if I know. Do I really care? No, not really. As long as I see those anime titties and nude girls fighting, I couldn't give a flying shit how they do it. We're all horny teens here after all. 3. Wo de Tia Jie Nu Yo. Cultivation and gaining levels is way harder than you guys think, and sometimes failing to ascend the levels can cost your life. That's what happened with the main female protagonist after failing to ascend to a higher cultivation level and was struck by lightning, unconscious. The main character rescued her when she was falling off the roof of the building and ended up inadvertently absorbing a part of her powers. With time, they grow fond of each other, especially after he saves her life on multiple occasions. At the beginning of the series, she acts like a tsundere, but in the end of series episodes, she becomes his girlfriend and fully dedicated to him. 2. Isekai Mao to Shoukan. The last thing you want to happen while summoning a demon lord is to use a slave lock spell and have that spell backfire on you. The two beautiful girls that summon Takuma into his game avatar Diablo, the strongest there is in the game, get their whole world flipped upside down after witnessing how strong, powerful, and smart Diablo could actually be. After being a veteran in the game and having all the powerful skills in it while memorizing all the roads and alleyways in the game proved to be very useful for Diablo and make it easier for him to accept the situation he's in. Now, Diablo roams the land with his two unfortunate slaves in an attempt to break the seals and find his way back home. The animation isn't the best, but it is decent, as well as the characters in it are fun to watch, especially if you're watching the uncensored version, embracing the ecchi scenes in all its glory. 1. Hakuo Uki. Okay, so first of all, this is a show based off of a shoujo dedicated audience game. So don't get your hopes high. But also, don't underestimate this show, since doing so would be a big mistake to say the least. This show starts off at first with Chizuru, the main character, disguising as a guy and going off to find her father, who's a medic that she lost contact with several months now. While on her journey, she's ambushed by rogue Ronin, and if that wasn't enough, the same Ronin that ambushed her suddenly were being devoured, disemboweled, and torn into pieces by white-haired humanoid creatures that aren't exactly human. In the midst of these events, the Shinsengumi arrive in the nick of time to save the day and slay those foul beasts. But sadly, there were no heroes in shining armor, as they detain the MC and take her back to headquarters for questioning, since they're looking for her father as well. For what reason would they want a simple medic, you say? Well, why don't you watch and find out? And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, comment down below on the anime you liked the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!
If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's be by. Put Steins Gate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, push you through hell like gun grave. That's a story to tell.